Good enough to get the Blackwood Golf General Manager to come in and the head professional to come in. Thanks for coming in, boys.
Thanks for having us.
Pleasure to be here.
Let's start with you, Jeff, the Blackwood Golf Club, mate. How long have you been General Manager up there?
About 2 years.
All right.
Yeah, working there 10 years total so far.
Yeah.
Love
Enjoying it?
Oh, I love it. Yeah.
All right.
It was the first job I got when I moved into Adelaide, and I won't be leaving soon.
American, Canadian.
Canadian.
Well, I know it's always.
How offensive is that?
I know it's. Yeah, I guess if I went there and they said, "Well, you're Australian or New Zealand," I'd go, "What?"
Yep.
Like, so I apologise. So,
Canadian.
It's Canadian. Yeah. What brought you here and why?
It was just a midlife change, I think.
Yeah.
Tree change, they call it, sea change.
Yeah.
We got tired of the weather, got tired of the snow in Vancouver, and heard
I
Australia was a good
bet you're
place
glad
to go.
you've done that in the last 3 months.
Now I'm wondering why I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, well, good on you. Well done.
We've never looked back. My wife was born and raised in Sydney and always wanted to come back to Australia. We had never seen Adelaide before, but we drove in and we've never left.
Good on you.
It's an easy city to fall in love with, that's for sure.
It is. Yeah.
Man, there's been some horrific weather. The course, mate, 3 months of almost flooding, really. How's it held up?
We've had our wettest winter in probably 50 years. So every month after month after month.
Yeah.
But look, our members have soldiered on, and we've kept playing. The golf course is getting much better. Just that last week of some very windy conditions and some warm weather dries it out pretty quickly.
It was crazy though. Look, I'm not one to complain about the weather, but come on. The last 2 weeks, I've just had enough. And for a sport like yours that, you spend so much time outside for so long, wow.
Yeah, the members don't mind a little bit of rain early in the
course.
season, but as the rain continues and the season gets longer, less and less want to come out and play and batter around. So we're really looking forward to some good weather now, and the sound around the Cooch fairways up at Blackwood are just magnificent once the sun comes out. So another couple of weeks we'll be right back on track.
But most people don't mind the rain too much. You touched on that. Is it the wind that's the big problem? So if I'm coming out to play and it's raining, it wouldn't affect my game either way, so we're clear on that. But I'm kind of happy if it's raining. Doesn't seem to bother me. But once the wind comes, not all that interesting.
The problem probably at Blackwood is it's a little bit cooler in the winter. Yeah. So the wind chill factor does get a little bit cool. So again, as the season gets a bit longer, a few guys tend to play less, but the bonus with that, when it's 40 degrees in Adelaide, it's 35 at Blackwood, and it's just it's a beautiful place to play golf.
Jeff, do you anticipate any drop-off membership given the tough conditions, or is that something that you sort of nurture the
No,
crew
if anything,
through?
I think they're itching to get back on the course.
Well, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, they really are. We had a sunny day last week, couple of days, and we were chockers, absolutely jam-packed.
Yeah, and we talk about so many sports on this show, and you'd be aware of it too, given your time in Oz now. There is a competitive nature, though, to get hold of, as a club, get hold of more members, and also to get hold of more juniors to bring them through the club. How do you approach that?
We concentrate on juniors. It's our future.
Yes.
If we develop them now, a lot of them will go away. They'll move to other states. They'll do other things. They'll participate in other sports. They'll always remember golf. And I think when they get close to retirement age, they're looking for something that's a little easier on the body. They're back at golf again. And we're getting people who haven't seen Blackwood for 20, 30 years, and they're getting close to retirement. They're coming back.
Family Fun Day coming up October 23rd. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, that's part of our push to get young kids on the course. So we're trying to break down that stigma of private golf clubs. We're trying to let the neighbours know you can come up, you can have lunch, you can walk around on the course, you can hit a couple of balls on the range. It doesn't cost you anything. So we're just trying to get the kids up there, show them what golf's all about with some fun activities, face painters, bouncy castle, that kind of thing.
And Matty, as the professional of the club there, how does the course stack up against those around the state? I know you're going to say
we believe it's the best golf course in the Adelaide Hills.
Yeah, okay, good.
It's it's a hard test. It's a 6,000 metre long golf course, narrow fairways, tree lined.
I've played it a couple of times and it hasn't been. I mean, I love it. I just can't play golf. That's my big problem. But I think you're right too when you measure it up. I mean, I played on basic golf courses like Oakbank, for instance, because I lived in Beasley Road there. But she's pretty basic. There's no trees. It's an easy golf course to play. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's a fair golf course.
Yeah.
So it's not a terribly hard test of golf if you're a really good golfer, but it's not impossible to play if you're a beginner. So That's what we like about it.
It's a good day's exercise though when you're talking about 6Ks in a straight line. You know, you might be pushing 8Ks or even 10.
Probably 9.
I'd probably do 9 on a good day.
Comfortable 10, Matty.
But you know what? I think that's why I love golf, and I'm not good at it. Is that I find it a really good social day with mates. You can actually go around. There's not many sports that you can actually, I'm not sure if you're allowed to drink on the course, but you can maybe sneak one on. But you can have a little beer, you can have a chat with your mates, still be competitive. Name another sport where you can do that. You know what I mean? Where you can actually talk with your mates as you're competing. There's nothing. It's a great day out.
Think of one as you say it.
No,
Lawn bowls comes to mind.
Well, lawn bowls would be one, yeah. But you do that
side,
10 years after you finish golf, I reckon. But don't tell the lawn bowls people I say that.
We've said it. I hear lots of people say it. I get on the golf course and I'm not very good. I mean, as the professional, what's the way to get better? So if we turn up at your golf course and we want to have a hit with our mates, but realistically we'd like to be able to hit a little bit better. What's the formula?
The way to get better, obviously, is to see a PGA golf professional, have some tuition. It's like any sport. You know, if you're doing it incorrectly, you're never going to get any better at it. And you know, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result.
Yeah.
And a lot of golfers do that. They rock up on a Saturday and they play poor and they put their clubs in the boot and go home and come out next Saturday and put their clubs out and do the same thing again. So, you know, most PGA golf professionals will work with a student, not totally change them, but just shape them a little bit. And, you know, knowledge is powerful. So
and it's usually just these little tips that make all the difference. A grip, a stance, just those little
you're
things.
Not rebuilding them.
No. You know, it's some. I mean, even blokes I play with can play okay, and they say, "Oh, Rob, why are you holding it like a cricket bat? You know, just turn your thumb." Okay, and then all of a sudden I'm starting to hit it straight. But then, unless you're thinking about it, you go back to your old ways. Hey, off course, how's the club stack up as far as turnover, participation in club events?
It's good. Golf is a struggling industry, I think. Nationwide, it's down. Membership's down. We've got a great clubhouse, good view. We do corporate trade days, weddings, that kind of thing. It's a great place to just come for lunch, that kind of thing. So we're holding our own. We're doing well.
Good.
Has golf got an unfair stigma attached to it? You know, like it's seen as a bit of an elite sport. You know, you have to be wealthy to play golf. You know, I mean, and the clubs are reasonably priced, but once you buy your clubs, then they say, oh, well, now I've got to pay to get on, but you've got to pay to play anywhere. It's kind of unfairly tagged, isn't it? What would a round of golf cost me if I wanted to have 18 holes at Blackwood?
Well, it's good that you mentioned that. We've got a deal now. We call it a mates rate package. 2 mates, a golf cart, a couple of drinks after, $85.
Wow,
that's it's hard
all
to
I need to do is get a mate.
Well, you had me at 85 for the golf cart. I mean, I get to play golf and have a drink as well.
So how long does that deal run for?
We're going to run it till people aren't interested anymore.
Good on you.
We're just again trying to break down this whole notion that you have to spend heaps of money to get into golf. You don't. It can be a pretty casual afternoon.
I like that.
The thing with golf as well is, you know, a lot of these senior guys just getting their road bikes and putting the Lycra on, they're spending $8,000 on a road bike. You know, well, that's 4 years golf at Blackwood.
Yeah.
So it's not expensive to play golf. Once you get into it, it's
and we don't want old blokes in Lycra on the golf course. No.
We do have a dress code.
Thank goodness for that. 23rd of October, you need to get down to the Blackwood Golf Club. It will be a fantastic family fun day. If you've got a mate, you've just heard it, $85, get you a buggy, couple of beers and 18 holes. So couldn't be any better than that. Stay with us, still a bit more to come.